All right, fam. So let's talk about a sensitive topic. She left you. Let's be real. She left you and you're trying to figure out what now? What's next? What do you do? And you know what's crazy? A lot of people who are going to hear me say this right now are going to try to act like tough guys. And they're going to be like, oh, I ain't even like her anyway. I'm in my I'm in my villain arc. Nah, these little Gen Zers, man. I'm a Gen Z dude, but I just don't relate to a lot of this. They talking about, oh, I'm in my villain arc, going to the gym 6, 7 hours a day, trying to get around the pain, even though they really love this person, man. This person was their person, they thought, and she left, man. She left you, and to be honest, I'm not here to make fun of it, but I do want to, because I've gone through like times when I don't think I've ever been left, but I've separated with the person. And it's a tough point in time, depending on who that person is. You know what I mean? Like if it was a good separation to where it improves your life, that's different. You know what I'm saying? But there's a lot of you that you go through situations, a lot of men at least go through situations where they really love that girl. And you the thing is, when she leaves you, you have to understand why. Right? You have to start self-analyzing. That's a gold pill for you right now. You need to self-analyze every situation that happens. Every negative situation requires self-analysis. It requires you trying to understand why that situation happened and how you can mitigate that in the future. What were you doing? I can already tell you right now, you were leaning too much on her in terms of you were complaining too much. You were complaining about your situation. Maybe you're going through a tough situation and you kept complaining. It turns women off. I'm not saying don't open up. I think you should open up to the woman that you're with, but you should never complain about it because that shows lack of competency. That then gets her in a fight or flight. Like, man, I can't really trust this person to lead, right? So it could have been that. It could have just been that she found somebody else who's better. Women are naturally hypergamous. There's nothing wrong with that. That's just nature. That's just life. That just tells you that you need to get better. It's a competitive world we live in. It's war. I always say this. And some people like it, some people don't, but it's the reality. A lot of people are ignorant to the fact that life is war. It's player versus player. For the woman that you want, another man wants that same woman. Another man is going to be able to persuade that woman to be with him over you. And you have to accept the fact that if you lose that woman to another man, it is okay. Because at the end of the day, it's just time for you to get better. It's time for you to get better. That's what you do next. What you do next is you get better. What you do next is you make sure that you are the best person she could have ever been with. And I know this is going to sound facetious or this is just going to sound like, just negative. But the reality is you want every single woman that's with you to, over time, as you get better, as you rise up the ranks, as you level up, to see you and realize, man, this was the best option I could have. You want to be the best option to any woman you've ever been with. And the way you do this is by relentlessly self-improving, relentlessly doing the things that are going to get you better. Hygiene, making sure that, your outfits are on point, making sure that, you're building a personal brand if that's something you're interested in. You're leveling up at your job that you're at right now, or maybe you're building a business, going harder on it, right? This should be endless motivation. Heartbreak is a man's endless motivation. I enjoy heartbreak. It's so weird I'm saying this, and a lot of people won't understand, but the people who do understand, you've gone through it. And heartbreak doesn't mean that you crying or you stuck, but like you really love this person and now you're not with this person. That's heartbreak, right? And I love it. I thrive on it. I thrive on all my negative emotions because I can transmute that into positive, endless motivation. If I'm sad, if I'm upset, I transmute that into positive motivations to be able to go harder and self-improve and get better and better and better. Any woman that's been with me in the past, I'm not the same person today as I was. And that should be your goal. When you go through these heartbreaks, when you go through these separations, you need to realize that is your chance. That is another opportunity for you to use that as fuel to be able to be the best version of yourself. That is a perspective shift. It's all about perspective changes. And I want you to change your perspective around heartbreak. I want you to change your perspective around losing someone. That could have been the best thing that's ever happened to you. That could have been life's response for you asking for more in your life to realize I need to sacrifice this specific situation I'm in to level up in life. That's how I look at it. That's how I never get stuck on heartbreak. That's how I never get stuck thinking about the woman that I've been with. I don't think about that anymore. It's gone. It may sound even psychopathic, but like I just lose memory of everything. It's weird. I just black out the memory. And it could be because it's just an instinct of not trying to feel some type of way. But for me, I genuinely just use it as energy. I dissolve the situation in my brain and I keep the energy and use it for positive things that I'm doing in my life. And things just keep racking up. Every time I go through a separation or a heartbreak, life just goes like this because I'm able to transmute that energy into something that I really want. Being in the gym. Again, you don't need to be at the gym talking about villain arc and you're getting revenge over your ex. No, the best revenge is self-improvement. If she did something dirty to you, if she cheated on you or whatever that looks like, the only thing you should be worried about is being the best version of yourself so she can look at you at one point in time and be like, man, I wish I would have stayed with him and not the other one. Because life is hypergamous. I keep telling you, women are hypergamous. They want the best of the best. And if you're not the best right now, you can become the best in the future. That's the cool part about being a man, right? You start at a value of 0 and you can become one of the most valuable people on the planet if you just put in the work. I'm saying this because I want to inspire you to become the best version of yourself because she left you. Because she left you, that shows that you either have a character flaw or she picked somebody else because you were not at the level that you need to be to keep her. All right? We don't blame women out here. We know the nature. We know the nature of women. We understand it. Right? You understand it based on what I'm saying right now. You understand that she picked somebody else or she left you because she got turned off because you weren't being the man you were supposed to be. And that's okay. Or maybe things just didn't work out. Right? She just wanted to be on her own and maybe you wanted to be on your own. Whatever that looked like, you have to understand that you need to continuously self-analyze on what you could be doing better for yourself for the next situation that comes around for you to be 10 times better for the next person. You know, for me, every time I get out of a situation or a relationship, I always want to make sure that the other person came out better than when they came into my life. That's my goal for every relationship. I don't ever believe that a relationship is permanent. You can't expect that. You have to expect that something could go wrong. You have to understand that it's just your turn. She's not yours, it's just your turn. And your turn can be for tomorrow, could be for next week, or it could be forever. But at the end of the day, it's just your turn. So when you understand that, use that. Learn from yourself. Use these relationships as learning points to be better and better at it, to understand women better and better. A lot of these red pill guys have never been in relationships. Figure out how long they've been in a relationship for. Not longer than 6 months. Not longer than 3 months. And they're trying to teach you about women. They're trying to tell you, oh, you got to get revenge. Revenge is a feminine trait, fam. Revenge is a feminine trait. Men don't seek revenge. Not like that. They don't seek revenge. That's a feminine trait. Right? You need to understand and have self-control and know that things happen. And all you have to do is control what you can control, which is bettering yourself. She might come back around. Chances are, if you've really leveled up, she's going to spin the block again. When she spins the block again, it's going to be your choice. You take her back, or you say, look, your time is up. That door is closed. I'll tell you, for me, I don't let them spin the block on me. I'm going straight through. I'm passing it. I'm going past it. Because life keeps moving, I keep moving, and I want things to improve. So I'm going to start rambling, but I hope that this message encouraged you to understand what's next after your woman that you've had left you. Specifically, if she left you for somebody else or whatever that looks like, man. Like, I'll tell you, for me, I've never had that experience. So I can empathize just through putting myself in your shoes, but I've never actually been in your shoes when it comes to them leaving you. But I do know what you need to do to fight through it because I've helped a lot of my friends through that situation. And you just have to get better. That's it. You have to keep getting better. Life is competitive, super competitive. And the only way you win is by self-improving so quickly that you just blow past everybody. So like, comment, subscribe. If you like this video, share it with a friend that's going through heartbreak right now, that his girl left him, cheated on him, or did whatever that looked like. Whatever that looked like that caused him heartbreak, man. Like, just know there's more. There's more to your story. Gotta keep building. Catch you on the next video.